Okay, folks, Freedom Outdoor Adventures, we are at it again. It's January 2015, and we are out here in Willow City, Texas, right outside of Fredericksburg, at the Bang Whitetail Ranch. This ranch knows how to grow whitetails, if you know what I mean. We have two veterans this weekend that we are honoring with the assistance of our great outfitter at Bang Whitetail Ranch and their staff, Travis Parker and Daniel Barnes. Thank you very much for your service to our great nation and everything that you've done for our country. This weekend is about you, and you're going to knock down some big whitetails here in Texas. So y'all come on with us. Let's go have the time of our lives, and let's get these veterans the therapy that they need.
I'm Dan Barnes from Waynesville, Missouri. I'm here with Travis. We're here at the Bang Whitetail Ranch in Willow, Texas with Freedom Outdoor Adventures, trying to shoot some whitetails. This place is pretty amazing, don't you think, Travis?
Dinner.
It's beyond a lodge. It's more of a resort.
It is a resort. you get to go hunting at this resort. It's beautiful.
I heard about Freedom Outdoor Adventures through a friend of mine, Garfield. He went on a hunt in Kentucky with you guys, and he said, "Yeah, you need to go online on their website and fill it out." So I got on the website, filled out the application. And it wasn't long after that I was contacted by Brandon and asked me if I wanted to come on a hunt in Southwest Texas. I said, well, sure. My wife's from Texas. I'd love to come to Texas. So he told me he needed some more paperwork, proof, the DD-214, all that kind of stuff. Sent it in, and he contacted me not long after and said he had to get with the board for approval. And within a week or two, he called me back and said that I was approved and I was coming. I got online, looked at the ranch. And when I got here, it was totally different. I mean, it looked cool online, but seeing it in person, and it's even more amazing in person, and it's more than what I expected. The deer, we seen 200-inch, 250-inch deer, white-class deer, or white-tailed deer. We seen a bunch of deer, and our guide was like, no, that one's just a baby, you can't shoot that. And I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? He's like, yeah. So this place, they keep it well kept. They manage their deer properly. There's some huge deer on the property.
Okay, Jason, you can just grab that. Oh, I just didn't want that boat to die to the lake. You can give me the other side then.
Go. I'm gonna be behind you so when you start spinning your tire, you can see the
About to come up over the hill. Yep, he's looking back and now he's coming back. Yeah. Can you see him, Daniel? There's another really nice one coming with him that's tall behind him. Almost, yeah. But he's got more character. Yeah, that's exactly right.
You say that one there is a 10 point.
That's a 10 point.
military service, obviously, I joined straight out of high school in '95. Went to Fort Leonard Wood for my basic AIT, became a combat engineer. Did some service here and there, Fort Leonard Wood, Fort Hood, Korea, Germany, back to Fort Leonard Wood. And I was there deployed on my first deployment to OIF. Seen a lot of combat. Came back for about a year and a half. Got deployed again on my second deployment doing route clearance. We were out on a route clearance mission in September. We had about a month and a half left in country. We were out doing route clearance mission looking for the IDs. We saw something suspicious up ahead, so I was the lead RG. We stopped to inspect it. We were going to send a buffalo up to inspect it, and next thing I know, I just saw a big fireball right here, and I didn't know what really happened. It went really dark. It was nighttime, about 9 o'clock at night. It went dark, and I remember hearing my guys in the truck, and I tried to get up out of my seat, and I couldn't get up. And I was like, holy crap, I can't get up. So I got on the radio and said, hey, I can't, I need some help. I can't get up. I can't feel my legs. And I remember sitting there, I threw my headgear off, and I was like, holy crap, this is not good. And then next thing I remember, I was outside the vehicle, and they were taking care of me. My gunner and everybody got me out of the vehicle, got tourniquets on me, and I just remember I wanted something to drink. I was really, really thirsty. They kept saying, no, you can't have nothing to drink. And I remember hearing the helicopter. I remember getting loaded in the helicopter, and then next thing I saw was my wife standing there. And I was like, the heck are you doing in Iraq? And she's like, you're not in Iraq anymore. And I had known that it was bad, but not that I lost both my legs. She told me, and I wasn't mad. I said, well, it is what it is, and I don't know, I didn't want pity. I didn't feel sorry for myself. I mean, we were doing our job, and I'd do it all over again. I mean, yeah, I lost my legs, but there's thousands of brothers and sisters in the military who've died, and I just know how close I came. So I just feel that I've been given another chance. So I just try to go out and do and be happy and live my life. Not miserable, not unhappy, or because that's not fair just to me, but my family. I have a wife and 4 kids now, 14, 9, and 2 5-year-olds now. And my 14-year-old, he was about 6, 7 when I was injured, so it probably affected him the most. But I just think of them and how thankful and grateful and lucky I am to be able to be here for them and see them play basketball, soccer, grow up, go hunting. I saw my 9-year-old shoot his first deer a couple years ago. So I just try to be happy as much as I can. I mean, yeah, there's days where I get discouraged or pissed off or can't do something, but I just try to figure a way how to do it differently. Or hardest part is asking for help, but I just try to think of how to overcome that obstacle. So. As a child, as growing up, I hunted, got in the outdoors and fished, and I remember that was one of the first things I thought of when I know that I'd lost my legs, was how could I hunt again? How can I go fishing again? How can I take my kids hunting or fishing or the outdoors? For anybody that takes a veteran out hunting, it's some kind of healing, just sitting out in the out in the field, and then you're here with other people, other veterans, who, I'm not gonna say we've gone through stuff, but we've seen stuff, to each other. Yeah, our injuries are different, but we connect, and it's just a healing to get to know other veterans who suffer, and that helps me because I can talk to him or somebody else, and they'll kind of understand what we're going through. really, I don't, it's therapy. I mean, it is, it's therapy to do now.
You got him, bro. Are you sure? Yeah, I saw the blood. You got him.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Congrats, buddy.
Good job.
I couldn't see because of all the smoke.
Smoke, brother.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't see.
No, I'm sure. You got it. Yeah, you got it. There's blood pouring out of the other side.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we saw blood in the
Yeah,
video.
he was all hunched up. Yeah, you hit him hard.
I thought you said you shot high. That's what I thought you said.
No, no,
I thought you said you shot high. You shot over him.
no.
Oh, I couldn't see crap. Oh man, it's been tough. I'm just thankful I got a shot at a good deer.
It's about 60 degrees outside. And it was 28 the last 2 days, and
Really?
ice, rain, sleet,
Oh my god.
snow.
Oh man, it's been tough. I'm just thankful I got a shot at a good deer.
It's about 60 degrees outside. And it was 28 the last 2 days, and
Really?
ice, rain, sleet,
Oh my god.
snow.
Alright, well, shot a nice buck. We saw him run out of the field. Jason's going to get the buggy, and we're going to get me on the buggy and get me over there and look at the deer. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you over there sometime.
Well, we came over here. Jason's in there looking for my deer. It's really muddy and pretty thick in there, so he's going to drag it out here where I can see him and
And there he
admire
is.
him.
There it is. He's pulling it out now.
That was a beautiful rack.
Congratulations. He's gorgeous.
Yeah, he is. It's been a rough couple days. We didn't see the deer we wanted to see, or the deers. I guess they're not plural. But we hung in it through the weather, the wet, the cold, freezing rain. Jason stayed the evening so we could come out and hunt tonight. He said, "Oh, we'll get one. I guarantee it."
Do it, dude. Absolutely.
So I just want to thank Jason and his mom and dad, the Bang Whitetail Ranch, for having us here. This is awesome.
It's that, I mean, specifically therapeutic, just to get around other soldiers and other veterans that have gone through a similar traumatic event. We were both injured by an explosion. Okay, so that's about as common as we got as far as our events. But I didn't lose my legs. I have mobility issues. He lost his legs, has mobility issues. So we're able to talk about that. And then that's about all we talk about in comparison. Other than that, it is all about the camaraderie of, dude, you see that? Yeah, man, you remember these things we used to do in the military? And we can start relating, and that just, there's things that we can talk about and discuss with each other
Some people
that civilians, I mean, a lot of frustration for us is not being able to talk to a civilian and them understand what we say. To include our spouses.
Yeah.
They don't get it. And then when we get together, it's, what's up, brother? We know automatically we're on the same, we're speaking on the same dictionary.
Yep.
I was on my fourth tour. It was 2011. I was a platoon sergeant for route clearance platoon in Kandahar, Afghanistan. I had already done 3 tours in Iraq. I was actually in Iraq, the exact same spot where Daniel got hit at the same time. And so I'm doing the same thing, doing route clearance. And on this little bitty dirt road coming back from resupplying an infantry company, I got had a 120-pound IED go off underneath my truck, and I destroyed my heel bone, broke my back, some TBI. It wasn't really catastrophic for personnel, but it was bad enough where they evac me back to the States. Once I got back to the States, I went through three surgeries on my foot, and I'm still in. I still push. I still go as hard as I can. And now I'm at Fort Bliss. I have a combat engineer company with Bradley's, and taking the knowledge that I learned at Fort Hood and trying to teach those guys and get them ready to go into the fight against ISIS and ISIL, and sharing the knowledge of what we used to do and taking it into a new era of the Army. And that's where I'm at today. And then getting out here on places like this, it allows me to just take a break, take a breath, and really remember, because of the generosity of these people, remember why we fight. If it weren't for people like this, you know, organizations like FOA or Bang Whitetail Ranch, you know, what are we fighting for? And it makes Daniel and I just very thankful, very humble that there are still really good Americans in all this messed up political and negative news world, and we get to see it. And I hope that we're able to bring this to every veteran. And that for me, as a senior, that is my therapy, is seeing great Americans still helping.
Matt. Nailed it. Great job, buddy. Congratulations. Thank you. That's a great buck. Awesome. You can keep that if you want. Hell yeah. Is that a little bit bigger rush? You know, it's surreal. Yeah. That I'm just surrounded by so many large deer. Yeah. And it's just like, oh my God. That actually just happened. Yeah. But it's wonderful. Oh, he's dead. Oh yeah. Man. That's a great buck, man.
Being able to do this one-on-one with an organization is cool, but doing it with a brother, I would say it totally changed the whole dynamic of it.
Yeah.
We've never met, and I've had probably the greatest hunting season I've had in decades. And for people, just like you're saying, not all wounds are visible. A lot of them, A lot of people aren't even wounded and will never get diagnosed with PTSD, yet they have it. And they'll come back, and for civilian organizations to come and to help out a soldier, just spending some time, you know, whether it's taking a couple guys crappie fishing, going on a big whitetail hunt, it doesn't matter. It's that showing the soldiers that there's still people there.
Yeah, they're
And
still
then-
normal,
and then-
they're still human beings.
And then
You
there's
know, they're not monsters, they're,
exactly, and getting us together outside of the work environment.
yeah.
It's very important. It's very important to us that we know why we fight. We couldn't do it without organizations like Freedom Outdoor Adventures.
But they can't do it without the help of people who donate their, you know, either $1, $100, whatever it is. You know,
Right.
because they pay for us to come out here. They're paying for, you know, for my trip from Missouri, you to come from where you're at, and you know they have to pay for the ranch and the ranch heads or whatever they have to do. So if you, I mean, if you don't know how to help, there's an organization somewhere out there, FOA. I mean, that's one of them. There's several that you could help out, and that brings soldiers together, lets them go on hunts or fishing or, you know, whatever. So just, I mean, you're doing your part. You're helping.
For the soldiers, don't stay bottled up. Get out there, contact organizations, ask them, hey, do you have anything coming up? I need some help.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes. And the help's out there.
Because a
And-
lot of them are afraid to go to a doctor. So if an organization like FOA
Exactly.
be the doctor,
or
come
the
do
facilitator of this. He and I can go and sit in a corner, and I can get stuff off my chest that
Right.
if I left there, probably going to cost something catastrophic in my life. Or vice versa. A soldier just listening to somebody else's story.
Right.
It can help you.
I just want to say, I'd like to say thanks to FOA first for allowing us to come out here, to get us out here, to reconnect together and just have a good time here at the Bang Whitetail Ranch. I'd like to thank them for their hospitality, their friendliness, their friendship. I know they made us feel like we're part of their family already.
Bang Whitetail Ranch, Freedom Outdoor Adventures. Thank you.
Thanks.